Live. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody doing today? All right, we got Joshua said he's first. We got Barbado Joe, me, Barbado Joe. So, all right.
Bardo, what's up? Joshua, Rix, how's everyone? That was an awesome intro, Dagan. That was sweet.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Shaky. How's it going?
What's up, Billy?
Yeah, so while we're waiting for people to hop on in, this is our first stream as Creation Station. So we're going to, just introduce everything and talk about what this channel is going to be about, and get into it. So, and for the meantime, I know on Beard Life Joe's channel, I think Casey, Walt, and Chad are going to be on it tonight. So that can be good to see.
Sit down. Yep.
It'll be fun. Down.
Definitely gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. Well, so I guess we just go ahead and get an introduction going, if you want.
Yeah. We can do that.
All right. Well, I'll start off. I'll say I'm Dagan of BGG Beard Reviews. And I have a YouTube channel, obviously. Do product reviews, other things that I do. Like I've done energy drink reviews. I've done a few shorts with my dogs, and there's just different stuff I think of sometimes. But mainly of it is beard product reviews. And actually, I need to start getting into some more tips and tricks. And when I first started the channel, I did some health benefits for the beard too. So I need to get back into more of those things as well. And hey, Irish, welcome in. Lenny's, welcome in. Mick, what's up? In Harden, welcome in. Yeah. Billy said that dang gummy bear got me last night.
Yeah, not as bad as Mick, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you're all right, Mick.
No, I messaged him asking if he was all right, and he said, he took a nap and he was good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My stomach wouldn't handle it. I'm sure I'd be right in the same place he was.
Yeah, same here.
Welcome in, Lucas. Yeah, I mean, when I did that Death Nut challenge, about 15 minutes after I did that, I was like, hadn't leaned back in my chair, and because my stomach is all tight in knots, but with this gummy, I felt the effects a little bit in my stomach, but not quite as bad as that Death Nut.
Yeah, you turned red with that toe of Satan, man. Oh. Jesus God.
Oh, yeah, toe of Satan.
Yeah, that's not
I
good,
bet I threw up 35 times. Wow, Mick. I know you said you couldn't stop throwing up, but I didn't know 35 times. That's a lot.
Well, yeah,
you might be allergic to that heat stuff, man.
It's hard on you.
I said at that many times you're like dry heaving by that.
Yeah, there's nothing left but acid.
Yeah. All right, so who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
My turn?
Ron?
Right. I'll go. I'm Ron, Deliberately Bearded. I have a YouTube channel too. I do beard reviews. And I think I'm going to be moving over Community Talk from Dagan's channel twice a week over to my channel. We're going to be doing that on there. So I'm going to have a live on there for, every other week. And then, I'm looking into, I don't know, I'm just going to continue to do beard reviews and maybe try and do some more tips and stuff like that too. I did recently a little short of my Georgie, and people seem to like that, but he didn't really do much in that one. I want to try and get some, maybe get some better footage of him talking or, being more playful or something. So I don't know if it was the phone maybe scared him because I had it up like this in front of us. I scared him, but that's about it, guys.
All right.
I want to go this way, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm Bushy Beard, Casey, with the Bearded Regard. We do beard reviews. Walt and Nick here are on the Bearded Regard with me. We do beard reviews. We're going to start getting maybe into some other stuff with it and maybe do our own things eventually. It's all stuff we're kind of working around, brand new channel. So, but we basically focused on the community and the support of the community and the supporters in this community. We wanted to shine some light on everyone that's involved in the community because the supporters, not just the creators, but the supporters are a big part of it as well. So that was a big part of the regard, and that's kind of where I got into the whole community part of this. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm from South Dakota, small town. Not much more to say than that, So I'm a business owner, so I run my family business. That's some personal stuff with me anyway. So Walt.
Welcome in, Wolf. Walt.
Hey guys, I'm Walt, part of the Beard Regard. I go by Waltumus Prime. You might see me in the chat. I work in insurance, stuff like that, but I also do the Bearded Regard as well. I'm 25% of the Bearded Regard. We also have Chad. He's not on tonight, but we're hoping to have him on some nights as well. So essentially, I just help with the doing reviews, and when we're on lives, I try and and chip in there, and we all kind of work as a team.
All right.
Nick.
What's up, guys? I'm Nick. Go by the Bearded Beenie. I work with Walt, Casey, and Chad Straza with the Beard Regard crew. Man, this whole thing's kind of new to me. I know it is to the guys in the Regard as well. YouTube's kind of a whole new avenue for me. I've had Instagram for a long time. I haven't really been in the bearded community too long. I'd say since probably October. So still kind of growing, expanding, and kind of like Casey said, we're all kind of seeing what we're good at, what we can do, what we can bring to the table, and just along for the ride and trying to have fun with it all.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for the introductions, and welcome in Brian. So I'll say the Creation Station. We came with that name because there's a lot of creators out here on YouTube, and within the community, and that's just not related to content creators, the guys that have YouTube channels. We're talking about creation in like woodworking, tattoo artists, even a teacher. They're creating and molding children. A musician. So that's why how we came up with the name, because we want to highlight, as we do these series, we want to highlight different people, on different, episodes. Well, in the future, we'll have guests on each episode, and we're going to highlight them, interview them, talk to them, and then we'll actually get into the show of the other things that we want to do. And, and a part of the show is to, highlight, different people and different creators and their videos, and talk about, some news going on in the community, and just kind of just spotlight people that, we enjoy. Does anybody else want to add anything to that?
I think you hit it on the nose there, Dagan. That's Creation Station. It's like you said, not just content creators, but obviously we are getting into content creation, so we're exploring the field. But there's lots of other supporters in this community that deserve some shine and some light. Walt does some woodworking, so he might touch on some of his stuff in this, in this platform here. So, it's just something where you can spotlight more than just the beard community,
All right. And, welcome in Brian with Y.
There's one of the musicians we might like to spotlight sometime.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He'd be a good one to have on the show.
Yeah, musician / singer. We got those.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we might as well highlight a little bit about him right now, because he has that weekly live stream that he started up doing the karaoke.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's fun to watch.
Brian also has another channel too where he sings and plays guitar and banjo. So that's under his
Yeah,
real.
That karaoke has kind of been a refuge for me before the Friday regards. It's a place to kind of sit and relax, and Brian's voice is so relaxing, and he's got such a good voice. It's good to sit down and listen to before we go on. So
Yeah,
Yep,
he does
every-
have a great voice.
yep, every Friday night on the Beards and Banjo channel at 7:30. And just let everybody know what time zone is that, Brian? Hey Joshua, welcome in. Yeah, so that's kind of really the main premise is like we talked about. You know, we're gonna highlight different people, so we might as well go ahead and get into that. You know, does anybody have any particular that they want to highlight first of all?
I just thought today's episode on Dan C's about nightmares about
Oh yeah,
beards and stuff like that. And this is really like what I thought would be such a really enjoyable thing is to go through the past week or two and talk about some of the more relevant channels videos that have dropped. So it could be Jay Cruz talking about his favorite top 5 butters, or in this instance, Dan C's beard nightmare. And I've never had a nightmare where my beard has fallen out, but I've had a nightmare where my head hair has fallen out. So I was looking bald, but
Yeah, you're good. You look fine with no hair, brother.
yeah. So yeah, so I just thought that was really interesting, and I was just kind of curious, do any of you guys ever have any type of like nightmares about like losing y'all's beard hair?
no,
yeah,
I have not, but I have had nightmares about losing my teeth. So
I've
it's probably
had that.
Huh?
I've had
It says
that
here,
too, where I've had night where my teeth just start falling out. It's intense.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's probably the same kind of concept. It probably has to do related to stress and things like that. But some people dream teeth, some people dream about their hair falling out, whether it be the beard or their
Yeah,
head
I've never
hair.
had any dreams like losing hair or teeth or anything like that, but I always had this reoccurring dream since I'm a kid where something's chasing me, like that I can never quite make out what it is, but it's either some kind of creature or monster, something trying to get me. And I'm running and running and running, and every time it's just about to grab me, I fall off a cliff and then I wake up. It's a terrible nightmare.
Yeah,
same dream, huh?
Yeah, Harden says he's had dreams about both beard and teeth. And anybody else in the chat, let us know if you've had any dreams like that as well.
Yeah.
I have. I've had a dream of, it's saying the beard and my teeth. And dreams are really formed from your subconscious thoughts. It's what you're thinking about without even really realizing you're thinking about it. And so those will kind of come out in that REM sleep. And it depends on some people remember their dreams, some people don't. I think it kind of depends on when you wake up during that sleep too. But yeah, it's crazy. I've had dreams where I wake up and I run my hands through my hair and my hair starts coming out in my hands, and same thing with my teeth too. I've had the same thing with my teeth.
Yeah, thank God I've never had that kind of dream.
I have bad dreams a lot actually. I have nightmares often actually. So
I hear CBD oil can help with relaxing you for sleeping and kind of calm those dreams down. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I take it pretty much every night unless I forget. I haven't gotten any of the ones in the community. I went to a head shop, but I'm still going through it. But yeah, a lot of times I don't remember my dreams. But I mean, I've had some dreams where my hair has fallen out. But just thought that was a really interesting one.
And see, that could be where you're getting relaxed enough where you're sleeping through that, and you could be dreaming it and you just don't remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the same, Lucas, for me. I usually have it here and there now. It was more mainly when I was a kid, but it still comes back periodically as an adult, and it has over the last 40 years.
Huh.
Crazy.
The funny thing for me is that dream where I lose my teeth multiple times, and the funny thing about it is one of my front teeth is fake, I've had it in my mouth for like 23 years now, and my wife keeps joking it's gonna fall out. And
That's
I think
probably
that's
the one you don't have to worry about.
There you go.
Plant it in your head, man.
Mhm.
That's where the dream stems from, is my wife telling me my tooth is gonna fall out, and then I'll actually get my teeth are like falling out, and I'm like so self-conscious, I'm trying to hide it, and then I wake up and I run to the bathroom and check my mouth, make sure they're all still there. It's not fun.
Yeah. So that's a good one. If anybody has not seen that video, definitely go check out Dan C's video about nightmares and beard nightmares. Another one I noticed, unless somebody wants to go first, but I remember Ken's
go ahead.
CBD video.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too.
I was going to mention that one too. That was
All right, cool.
Ken,
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead.
Ken's videos are always so informational, and he can squeeze everything in such, in that short amount of time. That's what I really like about Ken's videos, is he can get so much in without dragging it out. I need to learn how to do that, how to speak without drowning myself out with my own thoughts. You know what I mean? So Ken's really good at getting all that information in.
Well, yeah. Even so, his videos are a little bit longer than the normal.
Then
review,
some,
but-
yeah.
Yeah. But there is quite a bit of information he's trying to put out there too. So
Right.
and I agree with pretty much everything is said in that video. It's a good idea to have that form on the website. That's the best option. If not, at least have it readily available. You can send somebody that requests it. And testing it. But the one thing I did not agree, somewhat agree with was, he said talking about testing every batch. Then if not, testing every quarter. But I'm thinking that if you do not change the formulation, I don't see any reason why you should test it again. If you're not changing any kind of stuff up. Did anybody?
Basically, I think to show that you have what you say is in each batch.
Right.
You know what I
'Cause
mean?
each
Because
batch-
there are companies out there that claim there's 1,000 milligrams in there, and they may only have 200 in there or something.
I
So,
believe,
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe even from like one CBD batch, say a manufacturer makes a CBD batch, and then the next one could have a whole different content of CBD to it. So,
yes, true.
the next batch that they made their next batch with might be a different formula or different how much CBD's in it, basically.
Yeah, every
So-
crop is different. Yeah, you're right. You're right,
Yeah.
Casey. Yeah.
But also it costs money to get a third party tested for every batch. So it's like, how much
does.
money does a company want to put in to third party testing each batch or every quarter, like you said? So
Or
I guess it really
they
comes
make
down to
products,
what's
so-
that?
Or every time they even make products like oil, balms, butters,
So-
whatever.
That comes with a cost. So it's like we have to kind of find that medium, what the company can afford to do to protect themselves and the consumers, but also, be able to make a profit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's a fine line, and I'm kind of curious, how Colin from Fable or Gary from Chesapeake do it.
Yeah.
Well, I've even heard Gary from Chesapeake. He had one of my. I want to say it was. I think he said it was vintage, where it had more CBD than what the actual label said on it.
Mm.
So you get some of that too every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would have an issue if there was more in there than they put on the label,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
No.
even if it's like a little bit, say this, like they say they 500. If it's like 490, I'm not going to be that picky, but I mean it's very close.
You're not going to know the difference.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
With that
No, I do
small
not know how
amount,
much
you
it
won't.
costs.
Right. But
No,
yeah, I can see where it can get definitely costly, and I don't know that it's necessarily mandatory that each company does that either. I don't know, but
Yeah, I
for
know
the consumers,
the rules are different either, the laws, if they do
Exactly.
differ, I believe, because each state has their own laws. It's not, so.
as a company, you just have to decide whether that's jumping into the CBD market, whether that's something you want to pursue or not, or how intensive you want to get with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all read Barbara Joe's comment there?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a great way to run your reviews. And I have like kind of like an outline and just kind of go through it. You don't have to have it written word for word, but kind of just have it kind of take you through the steps.
Yeah. One thing Walt kind of set me on that direction with the outline of the video, and having that outline really helps because it keeps you focused on what you're doing with the video, and your mind doesn't tend to wander as much either.
Yeah, I do that. I make an outline out of my tablet. I list out what I want to, not word for word, but the things I want to go through in the video, in the review.
Being prepared, just same thing with starting a business and maybe deciding whether you want to jump into the CBD line or not. Making those bullet points to decide, weigh out the negatives to the pros, or the cons to the pros, and then you're on task as well. So.
Yep, and I'm assuming that nobody knows the.
Well, I think it's pretty expensive, but I think Gary said a couple $100, but I've heard others say anywhere, it could be a couple $1,000s too. So I don't know.
Depends on how much product.
Depending on where you are and how much you're testing,
and what company,
what company you use, So
right.
I think it varies a lot, but I think it's expensive though.
Talking about CBD oils, Beard Talk, that was one I was going to mention this week. Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe. They put out 4 videos this week, and one was on CBD, or on Bandbox CBD, and the effects, the difference between the regular line and their CBD line. So that's a video to go look out for. They also put out a new one on Bearded Mac this week. They put out a broccoli seed oil, kind of their take on the broccoli seed in the beard, and then that new whiskey and hardtack beard soap today. They just released that. I'm really intrigued with that.
Me too.
Yeah,
how that works.
Yeah,
that's definitely interesting. I mean, I heard it's basically like a wash, and all the water and the moisture just sucked out of it, and it's just kind of like a cake.
A wash without the water.
Yeah,
basically.
But when somebody explained it like that, I heard somebody explain it that way. It's just all the moisture was sucked out, but it seems to me like that when that happens, you put moisture back into it, it's just going back to a moisture state, which is obviously not going to be true in this case. But it's just the way they explain it. It's kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
But
it sounds different.
I guess we lost somebody, so hopefully Nick will be able to get back on. Maybe lost a little connection there. But Lucas hasn't tried CBD products yet. He's tried tinctures and vapes. Yeah, a tincture. I've had a tincture. I got a tincture from Gary, and I got some of the CBD products. And then, of course, this past week was a Chesapeake. Well, I should say Peak CBD review week, because I did his tincture review and I did a CBD product review. And of course, in the
gummies he released too.
Yeah, he just released some gummies.
He just released his 1,500 milligram gummies, and he had a half off sale. So I bought a thing of them. Wanted to check them out.
Yeah, and it's is it like per gummy?
I believe so. It says 1,500 on the label. I would assume it's per gummy. No, it could be per the whole thing too. I don't know.
Normally that's the whole package. I think how that
it could be the whole package. Sure. Yeah.
Or it's per dosage maybe, which could be like 3 gummies.
I'm not sure. It just said 1,500 milligrams on it, and on the label there. So.
And I think the internal CBD, I felt, I guess, some benefits too, more than the beard products. But I have noticed the difference with my beard too. It makes my beard feel super soft.
Well, yeah, I mean, Chesapeake is
Go ahead,
is the first company that I've tried, his normal line. Then, later on I got, ordered some of the CBD products, and the CBD products, definitely were better than his normal line, in my beard. So, and I kind of explained that in the video I, put out, yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I mean, that's the video I was going to highlight too about Ken's. And, when it comes to the, the thing I talked about, I kind of disagreed on how often to test. And, it really comes down, like, Walt said, how much companies willing to spend, I guess. I do agree that, it really, when they get the bash from the company, maybe the company should provide that, and not, that way the company, that way they know what's coming from they're buying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that could be the case with some companies. Some companies may do that. Some companies may not. When
Yeah. Probably depends on the manufacturer. Well, that's an extra step for them too, you see. So they would just depends on whether they do that for their customer as well.
Yeah. Hey, Don.
Can you highlight Jason's comment there? Digging.
The gummies are 6 per serving.
Okay, so what if I got the cherry one? So there are 2 gummies per serving, and that's what the 1,500 is. You're saying 2 or 6, or I don't know. I'm trying to understand what he means.
Yeah.
So I think that serving is the 1,500 maybe.
I think it's that's what I think he's saying, but I don't want to assume it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I bought that Dan C collab from that natural
stress relief, I think.
Yeah.
Natural stress solution.
Yeah. Solutions,
I bought a couple packages of some gummies they had, but they're like a little tiny cube, and they're only 25 milligrams per cube.
Yeah.
I took some and I didn't feel any effects from it, so I started taking 2, and when I took 2, it kind of gave me a little bit of drowsiness, because that's actually the first time I ever took a CBD product in my life. So, but of course, then I got the tincture from Gary, and that's, I guess the whole bottle is 1,000. So per drop, per, it's, I'm not sure what it is per dropper. Get 30 drops. I'll do some math there real quick. Can somebody divide 1,000 and 30 by 1,000, or 1,000 by 30? Let's see. I think every batch of CBD per product should be tested. If you get a new batch of CBD once you make the product, then you should send the product.
Well, the main companies do that, but my understanding is to do it third-party tested as a retail website. If you're not making them in-house, well, pretty much is it the responsibility of, say, for Fable or Chesapeake, who don't make the CBD in-house, to just rely on the certificate, the COA? Yeah, to rely on the COA from the manufacturing company, or should they also do their own third-party testing? And if so, how often should they do it? And that comes to what it costs to send something out and to get third-party tested. So it's really kind of a fine line on how much they want to do and how much they trust the company that they're getting it from as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you get a COA when you buy the CBD products, you get a COA from the company of that batch that you're buying, then when you make the products, you can send that out to get tested. But I think you only need to do it once within that same batch that you bought from the company.
I think if you're buying the same amount from those companies that are making the CBD and you keep using that in your product, I think, if you get it tested one time, you're good, because you're going to have an idea of where the levels are every time.
Yeah, especially if you're not changing the ratio.
I think what comes into question is when, are the owners, though, putting in what they say they're putting in, which is why the third-party testing is, so that they can show that they're putting in the product the amount that they say they're putting in.
But
that's right, Jason. Yeah,
they can send us just a special bottle to the lab to get tested, and then not do it for what they sell. You know. So, but,
Yeah, it just makes a good point there.
so we still had to trust the company owner that they're doing what they say, even though
Right.
even though they have proof showing that they had tested. You know, they still change it.
Exactly.
So that's when it comes to getting to know the company owner. I guess if you find a company owner that's really being outlandish and things like that, that might be a little more leery about how well your trust level is going to be with them.
That's what I like about this community is you get to know the owners of the companies so well.
Exactly.
I mean, you're in chats with them every night. I mean, you can be if you want to be, because most of them are busting it out there in the community. So that's what's nice about this platform. You can get to know who you're buying from.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, like he said, the place where Dan C did his collab, it's all in house. So
Mm-hmm.
That's why they can make it so affordable.
yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. It'd be nice
Um,
if they roll at that price. But a lot of them out there are pretty reasonably priced though now.
Yeah.
You see the prices more coming down and evening out, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to happen as it becomes more saturated. Everything, if it gets too saturated, there's, with supply and demand, that's how price structure works usually.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I know Gary. He buys his stuff. He doesn't have the capability to do it in house yet. But I think he buys it wholesale. Is that what he does? Do you know?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. Shouldn't say that because I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he certainly did. He absolutely did, Joe. You're right. He spent a ton of time doing that, researching and the whole nine. Yeah.
Well, just like goes back to what we were saying before. You definitely need those bullet points to decide whether it's worth it or not.
Well, yeah, you definitely need to do your research. It comes down to getting the best stuff and for a good price too. I mean,
Yeah.
And if you get some, you might get something really crappy that somebody's trying to sell really expensive, or you could have places like the Dan C collab that have good stuff, but it's cheaper because everything's in house. There's no third party, middleman between them.
Right.
And that's when things start getting expensive, when people have middlemen.
Speaking of Gary, have any of y'all been getting those Sin of the Months?
Oh.
No.
No, none of y'all been Sin of the Months. Man, I tell you, those are fantastic.
Could have gotten them all.
Yeah.
I grabbed Aberdeen. That was the only one I grabbed.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
So me and you talked about it a little bit. At first, it was not for me at all. Because at first it smelled like, really the only thing I got out of it was honey and tobacco, and I'm not big on like tobacco scents.
Yeah.
But that was more so with like the vitality. Once I kind of took that top layer off and kind of mixed it in a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got more of that like fresh scent that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Still, you kind of know my scent profile.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a little out of my range. I think. I think Valens probably would have been a little more up my alley.
Yep.
Which I missed out on that one, but I know he's got it in CBD. But that's the one I wish I had grabbed.
Yeah. I would definitely hop on that Valens, especially the CBD. I mean, it's just a really, really, really great scent. It's really fresh and they call it like a coastal cologne, but
CBD, fantastic.
The artwork is fantastic.
Those fresh or aquatic or sporty colognes are kind of right up my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been killing it lately, Gary. The scents and the artwork and the everything. He's just been slamming scent after scent, killing it.
Yeah, I like that Valens. That's what I purchased to do my review on.
Yeah.
It's a really great scent.
That's definitely one I want to try.
And I would like to highlight a few people real quick.
Yeah.
How I'm gonna highlight a few people in the chat.
There, I got my unboxing done for you guys there.
All right. Well, Jason Esser, highlight him. He's making those beard product holders, those oil holders. He's got some pretty cool thing. He did that little display where he had the little lights around, and it lit up, and I thought that was pretty cool. But I think that was so. I think that was separately done. I think you have to do your own lights, if I'm correct, Jason.
Yeah, I think you can grab those LED strips.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is that from Jason Esser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's from Jason.
That's really talented.
Yeah, they're really nice holders.
You got a 3-1, multi-tiered one.
Yeah, anything that you can come up with within reason, he could probably make. So
I got to get this one in use yet, but there's one of his 4 tiers.
that's amazing right there. That is awesome.
That's holds how many?
48, right?
48. Yeah, I've got one in use back here, but I got to get this one up and get the rest of these oils in it.
You will, Jason. You're evolving as a woodworker. That's part of the process, man. But you're killing it, dude.
Oh yeah, it's all about evolving, because like with me, you go back to watch my first videos compared to now, you can see me evolve.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty much true with mostly content creators.
Now I got a question about those holders. Casey, I know you would know. Do those hold like the whiskey and hardtack bottles?
They don't. No.
No.
No, he might be able to custom make them that way too. I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Well, because I know
it's do it with that.
So I didn't know if that would quite fit in one of those or not.
No, it doesn't fit the square shape.
Yeah.
It just barely. If they were just a tad wider, they might.
Gotcha.
It's something that he could maybe work out.
Oh, I'm sure he could.
I know he does custom work stuff too. So that's what this 4-tier one was, something he did custom for me. So
yeah.
Yep, those will be ordering once he moves his filming location, gets set up. He's got a ton of new ideas coming, so that's really great.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that post he did it with the Copper John's products on it. That was awesome.
When Barber Dojo is got everything set up, he's got some really cool ideas and different things that are not beer related. I mean, it's just the movies and the traveling and the snacks around the world. Non-beer related content, definitely one of my tops.
Another
one is Johnny Gibbs.
Barber Dojo. He's got fantastic content. He does with United Beards of America.
Beards of America.
Yeah.
He's got tons of great content. Really does.
Yep.
I'm still waiting
for people to watch it, because once you start watching it, you just get pulled right in.
Yep.
You really do.
Yeah, Joe. When's the one about Texas coming? I can't wait for that one. I'd love to see what you say about Texas. Yes. Speaking of which, where is everybody from in the chat? Put where everybody's from. I'm from Texas. I know Ron from Florida, right?
I'm in Florida, from
South Dakota.
South Dakota. Walt.
I'm from New Orleans, but I'm in Florida.
Nick.
California. Which, if anybody's from California, that doesn't really elaborate, because California is so long, it could be 3 states. So Central California, originally from Northern California, about an hour north of San Francisco. So not sunny Southern California, what everybody thinks of.
Saying South Dakota doesn't always get you anywhere either, because most people don't even know where that's at. So
Nick's not from Oklahoma, but if you don't know, the Oklahoma state animal is the circus cow. So that's a fun fact.
Bessie, right?
I don't know why you know that, Walt.
No, I'm just thinking.
I could say the same thing about Texas as you did California, because Texas is so big. You could go from the furthest 2 tips of Texas, and it'll take you more than a day to drive through.
Oh yeah, Texas is huge.
So I'm the north part of Texas. I mean, not the panhandle, the really the part that sticks up, but
Okay.
but if everybody knows where Dallas, a lot of people know where Dallas is. I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And you got Lucas from Portland, of course, Mix in Oklahoma, Beard Coast, Colorado, PA, Florida Bait.
Everyone gotten beard too.
Yeah, what's everybody got in beard? You got Arkansas. Yes. Oh, he's a dead center in Arkansas.
I got in Whistle Punk from Ruddy Man. There's summer butter. It smells awesome. I'm not a huge smoky fan, but this one's just so well done. Really, really awesome.
I'm wearing some Barker's Beard Imperial blend. I'm not gonna get into it too much. I'm gonna do a review on them coming up. So
Grams, barbershop, love, bourbon, and sandalwood. Barbershop.
Good.
It's a nice scent.
Yeah,
bourbon.
you had a video come out on that just the other day, didn't you, Ron?
Yeah.
For both,
Mhm.
I think.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, Dagan today and me the other day.
Dagan did too. I thought Dagan did too.
Yeah,
I
because
love the smell of bourbon. Man, it's awesome.
Yeah, nice smell.
man, all four of those barbershop scents were great, but I like the Crazy Barber and the Sweet Barber the best.
Yeah, it's Sweet Barber's phenomenal, man. I love that one.
And
God,
this is
it's
what
so good.
this is what I have in beard. I'm not showing you the label because it's
Oh,
Oh,
one of those things. Actually, it's pretty cool. This company reached out to me and asked if because it's a brand new company up, hasn't started. They're up and going on the website, but they're kind of brand new. Reached out to me, asked me if I could try his products and maybe do a review. So he sent me a oil, butter, and balm. I mean, he has oils on his site, but he didn't have the butters and balms on his site yet because he's still kind of trying to work with them. So I tried it out. This is my last day to trying it out. But today I gave him my thoughts on him, and it's actually pretty cool. He asked for the feedback, and he took the feedback. It's well received and very positive. And he said, he's going to take that information and improve on his products, his labels, and his website. So then he's going to do some improvement on his, butters, and because most of the issues I had was with the butter and the balm. So he's going to do some improvement on that and send me some new products out to test out again. So, but I think it's pretty cool when a company owner actually asks for the feedback, and then when they give them the feedback, they take it in a positive way. So
That's how they all should
Definitely.
be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best way to improve your products.
well, yeah, but I've heard many times where people try to give feedback and they don't want to listen. So
I just find it crazy.
Get mad at you too sometimes.
That's a stubborn creator.
Yeah.
I know who got the wrist because no, Healthy's here. What's up, J. Cruz?
Hey, Cruz in the house.
Cruz.
I know. I need to get somebody a temporary wrench since all my wrenches are in the stream right now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, true.
So I need to find somebody else to give a wrench to.
Well, you guys, did you just want to remember we talked about maybe asking the community what they might want to see from Creation Station?
Take it away, Ron.
Yeah.
Ask away.
Well, we were discussing some input from you guys out there. What would you like to see us highlight, or who would you like to see us highlight?
If anyone has any ideas, we've got a bearded regard at gmail.com, so you can always email me there. You can DM me as well, or Ron or Dagan, I'm sure wouldn't mind. So
Yeah,
any of us on IG.
I don't know if we want to know about that.
I know, right?
I'm good.
I gave Tyson a wrench.
Hey,
Did you?
you're at, Tyson.
Yeah. So remember, for the people that came in
Just like a
later,
screen.
I want to, kind of recap on, what the creation station is going to be about. So, some people came in after that. And it's all about highlighting, content
Get
creators.
them, Tyson. Get them.
Not just, us beard product reviewers and things like that. So, other people that have creating content like, woodworkers, artists, musicians, things like that. So if you have anybody in mind that does those kind of things, send them our way, DM us their names, me, Ron, or if anybody else on this stream is willing to take those requests too. And, let us know and we'll get them on. We'll talk to them and see if they want to come on and go from there.
Respectfully. Yeah, and product development and making these products is a creation as well. So, Tyson, I'm sure, has a lot of things to say about how he came about creating some of the things he did. And, it's that in itself is a huge creation process.
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so like I said, our main focus is to highlight these creators, get some spotlight on some people that would normally not have a spotlight on them. I mean, of course, if they're willing to be spotlighted on, so we can go from there. But yeah, and also talk about just highlighting different videos that were very memorable or well put together. Things like that. Highlight good positive news in the community. It's all about positivity. We want to help promote positivity.
Yeah, and if someone sees a video out there that maybe I haven't seen it, share it with me. I'd be more than happy to go watch it and check it out. That's how I started in the community. I just started watching everyone or as many people as I could find that did reviews, and just kind of went from there. So it's always fun to find new people. Like I was saying, Lucas, I don't know how many people are subscribed to Lucas, but he's making some new videos. And so, all that's the things we want to try to do with regard to is spotlight some of the new guys coming in and maybe help them out if we can in any way, we're definitely not seasoned veterans in this by any means, but it's a process. It's a process getting into it. And if we can help people start that process by any means, we'd be more than willing to help.
So essentially the content that you guys put out, Socially Bearded, Barbados Joe, Beard Code Devin, Dan C, Bluegrass Bearded, the content that you guys put out on a weekly basis will also be kind of what's fueling this show, because we would like to bring to light some of the better things that we've seen throughout the past 2 weeks. Between that and then also highlighting some alternative beard content is also going to be a lot of fun. And then we've also talked about having people on as well.
Always. He's got to come in with something. Not going there.
We're good.
Yeah. So
I
and,
enjoy the videos, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of been enjoying his videos too. Yeah, and also if anybody knows of a reviewer that up and coming reviewer that they think that's gonna be really awesome, let us know. Let me go ahead and put out our guest information for next week. So next week, we're gonna start having guests on our shows. First of all, I'm gonna say this is gonna be like a bi-weekly or every other week show. But except for this first show, our next show is actually going to be next week, next Sunday at the same time. But after that, it will be every other week. And our first guest is going to be Sober Chef Eric. So we're going to talk to him, get to know him, and actually talk about his new series that he's going to be doing. And get to know him a lot better. Then we'll actually get into the other section of our show, which is to highlight videos and people like that, and also be able to get his intake on those things as well. Yep, Eric is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Should sneak in the shot.
Yeah. Just started your company, so what?
I can't get her to stop.
What right, let us know what that is.
Vato's well respected in the community, if you look his, so he's probably got more than we do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vato. I know, because a lot of times when people, you sub to
Yes,
somebody,
we're
sometimes
anxious
they
to-
automatically sub back.
No, he's not.
When somebody subs to me and, their account is public and they have a channel with no videos, I most likely probably will not subscribe to them. But if they have a channel and I like the content, I'm gonna subscribe back. I mean, like if somebody has a gaming channel and they subscribe to me, I may not subscribe to them because I just don't not into gaming. But yeah, so does anybody else have it? I know we want to stick to about an hour, so we're going to kind of start wrapping it up here. But from now on, we're gonna have guests on, like I said, and again, like Walt mentioned, that if anybody has any suggestions for guests, DM me or Ron or anybody on the screen, and we'll see about getting with them and getting them on.
One thing I just thought about is barbers. That's another art. I mean,
Yeah.
you throw some barbers on screen too. That
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, hold on. I'll show you. You want to see Tyson? I got something for you.
Oh, wait, somebody asked a question before about how long we've been growing our beards. And I caught the corner of my eye. I wanted to answer that. I don't know if you guys want to. I've been growing mine for this month is a month over 2 years that I've been growing my beard.
Here.
Yeah.
hey, Eric.
All right, then I'll answer next because I do want to say some other things real quick too. So in Hardin here, his company is Razorback Beard Care. And I do remember. I think I am following you on IG there, so I'll go and check that out. And Socially Bearded, Mick said that he's hoping to have on April 10th a sobriety stream on his channel, celebrating 12 years sober. Chef and Andrew, hopefully we'll be on with them too. So that'll be awesome.
To both of you.
And me, I've had some sort of facial hair for about 20 years now. There's a couple of times where I actually shaved it completely off during No Shave November and just grew it right back. But for the most part, I've always had some sort of facial hair, whether it be a goatee or full beard. But it's always been a goatee or full beard
Too, but
yeah. But I didn't grow it this long till the start of the pandemic. Then that's when I started letting it grow out.
There you go,
There
Tyson.
you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
Can you do Cornelius?
Yeah, I actually have a red beanie, so I can do that, and then I'll just wax my stash out.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Barbudo has some awesome mustache wax, but they also have Death Grip is a really good one. If you are really looking for something with a lot of hold, Death Grip wax, mustache wax is really.
That's that Savvy Jack. I think is pretty good. That's what I've used before. Yeah. If I really want a stiff stash, I will. But actually, I got some from Bearded Banshee. I have what he calls beard wax. It works for my mustache because it's not as stiff as like what you just said, Walt, or the Savvy Jack, but it does keep enough out of my lip that I'm good with that.
Unfortunately, I have to have a business beard, which is a shame. So business beard it is for work.
I've been growing mine out for about a year probably. I had a goatee before this, but it was probably a year ago, or maybe a year ago now that I just decided to just keep growing it out. No more trims.
Did you have a short, neat goatee or a long goatee or what?
It was close to the skin. It wasn't a long one. I tried growing out a long one in the past, but I didn't have, you didn't have any of that underbeard to give it the support. So
Right.
I struggled with that forever. And then I finally got into watching some of these beard reviewers and learning, what you basically just let it grow. Don't try to trim it up. Don't try to maintain it so much. Just let it go. And that's one of the best things you can probably do if you're trying to grow a big beard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to grow a big beard, you just have to let it grow. I mean,
Yeah.
just do like a tiny maintenance trim.
Getting past those awkward stages, and that's the key.
There's a lot of content creators who have created videos about how to get past the awkward stages.
Yep.
So, if you go into YouTube and you search, beard awkward stage or whatever, something like along those lines, you should be able to find some stuff that kind of
And
help
if you
you
need-
kind of thoughts to push through.
And if you need motivation, I just seen that comment. Healthy bearded,
Yeah.
bearded motivation. Those are two excellent channels to watch if you want. And not necessarily beard motivation. It is in a sense, but it's daily life motivation. It's the stuff that will get you through those awkward stages better because they have a way of just kind of tuning you in and getting you focused on what's important.
Yep. Well said.
Yep, yeah, healthy beard and bearded motivation. Yep. Yeah, what length are you going for? That's definitely helpful. Oh, and sorry, Chef, I didn't say hi a while ago, so sorry, but
I did.
Oh.
I got your back, Chef.
And Chef, I don't know if you caught on, but I guess right before I saw you make a comment, the first comment, we did mention that you are going to be our guest on next week, so everybody knows that.
Yep.
Eric's awesome.
Let's see. Lucas says in 3 months from a short clipper beard. Great tips, guys. Beard advice. Live on Dan C's channel. Yeah. Dan C.
Yeah, you can't forget that one.
Dan C. Bearded has a live stream on Monday nights and does beard advice.
Wednesday nights is the beard one.
Hmm?
Wednesday nights is the beard advice.
Yeah.
Wednesdays, yeah, on mayor with the mayor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I've been growing mine out since September. I mean, I've had a beard since I was 16, like short beards. And then I can relate because I had a problem just letting mine grow. I get kind of bored and want to trim and do something different with it. But for me, the thing that kind of allowed me to just this is the longest it's been. I guess the thing that's allowed me to kind of push through all of it was actually getting in the community, getting into the products, watching the videos and stuff. And that kind of got me more into it. And like these guys said, you kind of just, you don't really have a choice. You just got to let it grow. I mean, I would trim it like every 3 months and then just hack it off and let it go and then hack it off. So this is the first time I've kind of done more than just like I do little maintenance trims here and there, but I'd say, September, I think, is when I started kind of letting it go.
Looks great, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
That last trim for Nick was good. There's a video on our channel about that, actually. You can go check that out.
Yeah.
Have you trimmed since then, Nick? Was it the last time that-
I've trimmed my sideburns because I'm kind of weird. I don't really like long sideburns. I like those short because I'm bald. So I like to fade them into that. I did that myself. A beard trim at this length, I scared to death of doing it on my own. But luckily, my wife is a licensed cosmetologist. So she does hair and makeup and stuff for a living. So that's why I had her do it, which you'll see, she did it in the video. But at this length, I won't even trim my mustache. I won't do any of it on my own. I can trim short and I can fade short and do all that. But when it gets longer, no way. I can't handle it.
You're not going to see any beard trim videos from me anytime soon because I'm not comfortable doing it yet myself either. So
yeah, my wife is complaining my mustache is getting too long, so she wants to trim that again. If she can't see my upper lip, then there's an issue.
All right, so I just posted a copy to a link to one of the Bearded Regards videos. So if you have not checked out the Bearded Regard, there's a link. You can go check them out and give them a subscribe.
Hey, Tommy.
And of course, the Bearded Regard consists of Casey there and Bearded Beenie and the Bearded Regard, and now Chad Straza.
Yeah.
Hey, Tomahawk.
What's up, Tommy?
Why is it cute of you?
All right, so I guess we're going to wrap it up because we're going to stick with an hour tonight. So again, remember next week.
Before we go, guys, if you're not subscribed to Deliberately Bearded, go subscribe to Deliberately Bearded. Obviously, you're here, so subscribe to BGG too. So
yeah, I mean, somebody could be in the stream and not be subscribed to me. So
that's right. That happens.
It does happen.
Yep.
Oh, and if you notice the little, well, hold on, way over there in the corner, a little logo that Ron created for us that I posted on it. So yeah, Ron's been amazing with those logos. So
Casey, you can do it. It's right above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Opposite,
right here.
opposite of what you think.
I know.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Opposites.
No, that is a really good logo. I was shocked when I seen that. I thought, where did you get that from, Ron? That's what I even asked. I said, where did you get that from?
Yeah, Ron's
So
really good.
that's really good. Yeah.
Should have
definitely.
below, So I decided to make one.
Yeah, Ron's made several logos for people. He's made it for so
Really?
much stuff.
Nice. I did not know that, Ron. That's something new I learned about you. So
Yeah, I dabble in the logos now. I just someone will ask me to make it, or I'll see someone may need one, and I'll make it for them and just give it to them, and they can use it if they want. If they don't want to, they don't have to
You do that?
either, but most of the time they like them.
I'm about done. I'm gonna go.
Hey, Ken.
Hey,
What's
Ken.
up? Thanks for stopping in.
What's up, Ken?
Yeah, so remember, next week we're going to have Sober Seth Eric on here, and it's probably going to go more than an hour at that time. We already pre-planned that we're going to stick with the hour today. And yeah, remember if you know any content creator, well, not just content creator, but any kind of creators like woodworkers, like I said, musicians, teachers, anything across gamut that you think be interesting, like I said, DM us and see if we can get them on. And of course, we are going to highlight, actual content creators and beard companies too as part of this because we are a bearded channel as well. So, but that's like I said, that's where the creation station came about, is to highlight people who create things.
Yep.
Hey, Eric.
Hey,
What's up, Eric?
yeah, this was fun. I liked. It was a fun night.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yeah, and for those that just now came in later, just kind of coming in, please go, watch from the beginning, so you can get more information about what we're about, and watch that little intro. That I think the intro is pretty cool. But
I thought it was awesome. Yeah, you did a good job.
yeah, it was awesome. You did a great job with that, Diggin.
I'm not serious
Thanks,
about the outro. The outro is not as good. I probably need to work on the outro a little bit, but
I'm sure it's
I'm sure it's good.
but we're gonna play it. Let's see what y'all think. All right, so yeah, welcome. Thank you guys for everybody that hopped in the stream and in the chat and everything like that. Really appreciate it, and look forward to our next show. Remember, next Sunday at the same time, 6 p.m. on my channel, and from that point on, it will be every other week. So once again, thank you everybody, and have a good night.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Guys.